What's good, y'all? So let this video serve as a public service announcement for those of you that have spiritually gifted children. You need to check on your children. You need to stop discounting the things that they're saying is that, oh, it was just a bad dream. Oh, you just made it up. That's your imagination. Oh, they're just looking for attention again. No. All right. Let's start off with my examples. Some of them I've been sprinkling throughout my videos the entire time, but for this video, we're going to put it all in one. And this is just a fraction of the things I can remember. All right, because I've definitely erased some of those files from my memory banks because I had to, you know. It took me until middle school to sleep in my own bed, right? And some of y'all be like, damn, middle school, what the fuck? Even my dad was saying the same thing. Hey, yo, you're getting too old for this, man. Come on, you know. But what my dad didn't understand, and I didn't articulate this to them because I thought it was normal. I thought I was just being a baby in all honesty. But it's like what my dad really did not understand, the things that went bump in the night in my room every single night. Okay? When I would get put into my bed and say, my mom would like kiss me on the forehead and be like, good night, baby, you know, whatever, and close that door, I knew I was getting ready for war. Every night, I knew what was going down. So I'll be like, okay, I would sit there under the blanket and just be ready. I'd be like, okay, I'm ready for this one. But then I would drift off. And then like, I would, you know, like I would drift off. And then like in the corner of my room, I would just hear, I would just hear it. And then like I would wake up, before my even eyes start opening, my heart would just, and I would wake up. And sometimes there was something standing in the corner, and sometimes it was right there in my face. You feel me? It's like, this is the type of stuff that happened every single night. The stuff that happened in my nights, in my nightmares, they could have written horror movies and I'd be winning awards off of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of stuff that happened. You know, like in my little closet, like it's not like a walk-in closet or anything like, but you know, you open the door, your clothes are there. You know, in my little closet, like probably like, you know, 4 of my hand lengths apart, you know, like a regular door frame. I would hear things running around in there. You know what I'm saying? I would hear things running around in there. A lot of us have experienced sleep paralysis, right? And they say, like, scientists say that sleep paralysis is when your brain is awake, but your motor functions haven't been activated yet. The sleep chemical is still being pumped through your body, so your body is being still. Bullshit. Bullshit. There are higher levels of understanding of these medical terms that we know of. Sleep paralysis is literally demons messing with you. But in my case specifically, you can't tell me it's just brain chemicals. No. When you are a child and you wake up and there is literally a shadowy black claw hand thing on your chest holding you down, and you can literally see like the dark aura at the edge of your bed. Tell me about what's going on with my brain when I'm wide the fuck awake. Don't tell me it's just some brain chemicals. It's like I was going to metaphysical war every night and I didn't know it. And when you tell your parents this, oh, it was just a bad dream, honey. It was just your imagination. So then you got you looking at yourself at an extremely young age like you going crazy. And some of you parents right now are unknowingly, I know this is not something that you know about, but you are unknowingly making that mistake with your child. Your child is probably able to communicate with higher levels. Your child can like tap into some stuff right now and be like, hey, child, invent a flying carpet and your kid's going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm going to go talk to my friends. Be right back. Okay, this is what I have to do. So what you have to do is get this, and here you go. If you just go to Home Depot, I can make the rest. They could do that for you. And I'm not saying go out here and pimp your kids out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like you need to be harboring their gifts. Okay, they have a connection to the higher sources. They have a connection to the astral. They have a connection to the dream realm. Because when you are a child, you have a closer relationship to that. You know? It's like the things that happen in my mind, it's like I don't know what I did in my past lives, but I must have done some heinous shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that were in my nightmares are just surrounded by death, gore, demon shit. Why do you think I have that dark side of me in my brain? Because I grew up around it. Some people grow up in the hood. I grew up with demons messing with me every single night. When I was a baby, when I was a toddler, I had the angelics around me. I had the orbs circling me. I could play with the orbs and stuff. Like I would wake up in the middle of the night in my, I can't remember if it was a crib or like my early bed, but like I'd be able to wake up with them sometimes and they'd be swirling my bed sometimes. And sometimes they're just floating around. If I pointed at them, I could do things with them. I could point them around. My parents didn't know nothing about this. But my parents also didn't know, and I shared the story before when I was an even younger kid, and before we moved to our the main house I grew up in. You know, like that house, first of all, that house was haunted. I don't care what nobody said. But it's like I remember I wandered out of the bed one day and I walked to the kitchen, and then our dog had passed away. So like when I walked to the kitchen, a tennis ball rolled out. Tennis ball just rolled out. And then the dog just kind of like, you know, weirdly walked out. I was like, hey, you're back. And I tried to play with him. I was like, yo, come on, you want to play? And he just kept looking at me. His eyes were all grayed out. Like he was literally a shadow, like a gray shadow. And he was just like staring at me. And I was like, what's wrong? And then like he just walked back into the kitchen. So I was like, oh, you want some food? So like I walked into the kitchen and then like gone. And I was just like, huh. I used to have dreams, like they were like dream realities because I felt them. But like when I was like a young kid, it's like I had dreams where I would always be somehow going to the kitchen. I'm always walking to the kitchen for some reason. But like walking to the kitchen and then I would get literally yanked up by something and thrown back in the bed. And I would do this. Sometimes it'd be like on like I would get on this loop and it would happen like 15 to 20 times. You know what I'm saying? I walk to the kitchen, throw him back in. Walk into the kitchen, throw him back in. Even in that house, you know, like I'd be sleeping minding my own business and my feet would get lifted out of the bed. They would just get lifted out of the bed. Like, whoo, and I'd just fall back down like, hell, there's an antelope right there. Hold up, quick side note. Hold on 1 second. It's like we got like a little, hey, guy. There you go. Come on, focus. Hey, guy. He tried to check into the knowledge real quick. But anyway, it's like that's the type of stuff that would happen to me, right? There we go. It's like that's the type of stuff that would happen. My feet would get lifted up, and then even when we moved, my feet were still getting yanked up, and my parents were wondering why I didn't want to sleep in my own bed. Because this type of stuff happened every single night. Every night. If it wasn't me getting lifted out of my bed, it's a crazy dream. If it wasn't a crazy dream, it's something in my room. If it wasn't something in my room, it's something grappling me. If it wasn't something grappling me, it's something breathing in my ear. It was always something. But like, and once again, no harm, no foul. But like, you know, when you tell your dad about this type of stuff and it's like, hey, dad, he's like, well, you just gotta grow up, son, blah, 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 blah. When you tell your mom about this, she's like, it was just a bad dream, sweetie. You'll be okay. It's like, why? There's no way that this is just a dream. There is no way that this is just a dream. You know what I'm saying? This is some real stuff that's happening to me. And it's like, this is the inadvertent mistake. The antelope is getting mad close. But this is the inadvertent mistake that adults are making all the time. Because as you grow, if you are not led on a spiritual path, as like, you know, a kid growing up, you're going to be calling yourself crazy. Okay, dang, I must be going crazy. You know, as like a 6, 7, 8 through like 12-year-old, whatever, right? But then you keep calling yourself crazy, you're going to keep denying yourself of your own greatness. And parents, just because a kid doesn't think like you, just because a kid's not like you're like your copy and paste of you just yet, does not mean you should you should be harboring. You should be harboring their abilities, their gifts, the things that they can see. You know, because that can provide information to them in their own journeys of life. And that could also give you information. Let's just say, for example, you have a friend, and like, let's get morbid with it, because this is where I told y'all, this is why I have this other side of me. It's like, you might have this friend. You had your friend Todd that passed away when you were kids, right? When you were kids. And then like your son or daughter is like, hey, I'm playing with my imaginary friend. And it's like, oh, who are you playing with, sweetie? You're just humoring them. Who are you playing with, sweetie? He said his name is Todd. Of all the names that this child that has never met your friend could think of, why is he or she playing with Todd? You know what I'm saying? What like on specific days when your son or daughter is like, Daddy, please don't go. Mommy, please don't do it. Blah, 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 blah. And say, I really think something bad is going to happen. And you ignore them. And then something does happen. How did your child know that? See, we think that because we are adults, we are more intelligent than our children, but it's very much the opposite. Our children are a lot more gifted than us. Our children are more intelligent than us because they haven't been corrupted. Their minds haven't been molded by society yet. So they are still thinking pure thoughts, untainted by political ideologies, by social justice norms, from things being pressed to them by the news and media and all this type of stuff. They're just thinking for themselves. But nowadays, we just want our kids to be like us. And if they're not like us, they're just wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's not right. And for those of you that are spiritually gifted children, why are you wasting their gift? You see, it's kind of funny too, because we get into conspiracy world, but it's like, why do you think they have the term gifted in school? Gifted does not mean, oh, you're so smart, we're going to put you in higher level classes. No, if you're gifted, this is what these concentration camps called schools are for. When you are gifted, they're like, wait, he or she is more intelligent than the average. So we need to go burden their brains with higher level stuff so they don't think like children. They get out of that childhood state quicker and they think more like a higher level adult. Like I said, children can see things that we cannot. And then you can get back to that once you get into your spiritual practice and such. But a lot of people are still thinking that meditation is demonic and satanic. So me sitting down and calming myself down is demonic. Me, that's Satan that wants me to be calm and at peace in myself. That's Satan. Like, that's the type of stuff that is really crazy to me. And once again, we're specifically talking about healthy households. Let's not even get into the toxic households, you know what I'm saying? Let's not even get into those. You know, we're just keeping everything on the up and up with this one. So with all that being said, it's like, I really want y'all to remember, your kids are gifted for a reason. And there's a lot of things in this world that are here to destroy that. You feel me? There's a lot of things in this world, and we could get into it, but that's going to turn into an argument and such. So, like, with all that being said, just check on your kids and stop discounting what they're saying, because what they're saying is more than likely true. Yes, there are some kids that just need some attention, I'll fully admit. But you know when your kid's on some next level shit. You know when they are. It's like, hey, how did he know that? How are they so lucky? How did she learn how to, like, you know, play soccer so quickly? How is she drawing these things? For me, for example, how have they been here before? If this is my first time bringing my baby to this area, my mom drove me to the beach or something like that before, and I told her as like a baby, well, like, you know, I had enough skills to talk, you know what I'm saying? But like as a toddler or whatever, I told her I've been here before. How could I have been here before if this is my first time my mother has brought me here? You see what I'm saying? And I had multiple occasions of that. The deja vus, you know, in third grade, I saw my last block global studies class in high school freshman year. Third grade, from everything from the marker falling to my teacher wearing a purple shirt. And it just so happened that the school colors were purple. So how did I see all that in third grade? Pay attention to your kids. Check on them. To the next one. Peace.